Warriors will be very expensive to keep together after the season, with Klay Thompson and Kevin Durant both set to hit the free agent market. Here's what Warriors owner Joe Lacob told Tim Kawakami of The Athletic via text on those two players. Quote, "We love Klay and KD and intend to attempt to re-sign them, period. I am confident about both of them. But it's their choice to do whatever's best for them. They've earned that right. Our goal is to keep them together. We are pretty good." Do you think that he is right to be so confident they can keep both of those guys?
No. No. And I love you, Joe. You're one of the best owners in basketball. Your Golden State Warriors, one of the best teams ever to play the game.
One of those guys?
But one of those guys, I think you should have confidence in keeping, and that's Klay Thompson. The other guy, I
agree. Joe, I love what you're doing with the organization, but hey, look, feel optimistic about it, and it's right. You said the right words, but yeah, you should feel good about Klay. But as far as with the situation with Kevin Durant, I think that's a dead bird, tall grass.
That's like country stuff going on right there. You know what I mean?
Can you take that out of the country for the rest of the people and explain about your former teammate and where you think he's going next year?
I don't know exactly where he's going, but I think, I think KD, if I'm KD, I think it's best for him to leave for his legacy. He's never going to get the right credit that he deserved for joining the 73-9 team. Mm-hmm. I think he went to the Warriors. He did what he had to do. He got them 2 championships, possibly about to get a 3rd, 2 Finals MVPs. So I think it's time for. And by the way, the Warriors are going to forever be Steph Curry team.
Yeah.
Now I'm ready for KD to go and it be Kevin Durant's team.
Well,
and he deserved that.
It's interesting you say that, because let's look at what Caesars Sportsbook, they have released odds today on Kevin Durant's free agency destinations. And in fact, the Knicks are the leader in the clubhouse. 6-5 odds. That's pretty. I mean, you can't even bet on that. Those bad odds. Then the Clippers. Yeah. Then staying with the Warriors. Yeah. Then the Lakers. Then Spencer Dinwiddie, the Nets. Do you agree, Perk, that the Knicks are the most likely spot?
Well, I think it would be great for them. I think the Knicks or the Clippers, but I think the Knicks would be great for not only KD, but it would be great for basketball, period, and the city of New York. They've been missing this for years, and I think with KD joining the Knicks, I think it would be great for the whole NBA and just basketball, period.
Don't count them Clippers out, though.
Right. I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Don't count them Clippers out, because they could put together a deal where they have a package for 2 max players as well. And if you bring KD here, and let's say Kyrie Irving to the Clippers. You know, if I'm Kevin, it's like, you know what? I left you guys. I never got the credit I deserved, like KP just said. So I want to play you guys 4 times a year. And then hopefully sometimes in that Western Conference Finals or something like that, and kind of get my payback if he's thinking that way. So I can see those top 2 teams. And so New York and the Clippers, I like those 2
And also,
choices.
I like that, Coach, because the Clippers go in the right direction with their organization, by the way.
That's certainly true. Of course, to play his old team, he would have to be playing, not currently playing because he is injured. The Warriors say that Kevin has still not been cleared for on-court activities and that he is unlikely to return for the beginning of the finals, which start next Thursday. Now, they did say he's progressing. Here's Steve Kerr. Take a listen.
Nothing new to me. We've known all along. It's just how he responds, and so there's never been a point during this process where we've been able to say he's going to play on such and such date, and there still isn't. So just keep going, keep moving forward.
All right, so Byron, that's notable for a couple reasons. First of all, as you guys have both noted, you think he's the best player in the league, so that means best player that the Warriors aren't going to have on their team to start the NBA Finals, and they also start the NBA Finals on the road. Now, granted, they still have Steph Curry, 2-time MVP on their team, still have Klay Thompson, one of the best shooters of all time, still have Draymond Green, former Defensive Player of the Year, so no one is crying for them. But again, on the road, and we don't know, they will either be playing the presumptive MVP, Giannis Antetokounmpo, or they will be playing the Raptors with Kawhi Leonard, who has shown he is a force during these playoffs.
Absolutely.
What do you think the Warriors are going to do to cope with the loss of KD?
I don't think they're going to do anything. I think they're going to continue to play the way they've been playing. You know, over the last 6 games, this team has gotten back to playing the game of basketball the way they did before KD even joined them. So that's more touches for Steph. That's more touches for Klay. Draymond is being Draymond, where he's rebounding, he's pushing the ball, he's making passes to these guys. DeMarcus Cousins obviously could return. You know, so they got enough firepower, I think, to absolutely play with the Milwaukee Bucks, but I don't know. In my
Raptors,
mind,
just
are the
saying.
Raptors as well, but I don't know. If they get to the finals, which they already have, if this series goes a long way, you're going to need Kevin Durant. I truly believe that.
And presumably they say he'd be back at some point. They hope he'd be back at some point. But, Perk, you tell me, if he hasn't played since the middle of the second round,
right.
when he does come back, what's it like for a player when they get thrust into an NBA Finals situation, which you've been in, and that is different than playing anywhere else, and then you've been out with an injury for a while?
Well, it's difficult because you lose your rhythm sometimes, but, KD is a special breed. So, it's like riding a bike to him. So once he get back on the court, he's right back in rhythm. But I agree with Coach. I mean, right now, the Warriors are a well-oiled machine. They playing at a high level. And I think everything happened for a reason. Because as soon as KD went down, Steph was able to be Steph again. And I think right now it's defining his legacy. And I think Steph is embracing this role, embracing this moment, shall I say, and maybe, having this chance to go in and actually win a Finals MVP this year. So, at the end of the day, they're deep. Looney has been playing well, but let's not underestimate these two teams in the East.
Yeah.
I think the Warriors will win, but it won't be a sweep. It possibly could go.
No cakewalk.
It won't be a
longer.
cakewalk. It could go 6 to 7 games.
I agree.
Without KD.
All this talk about whether the Warriors, quote, need KD. They need him to be unbeatable. They don't necessarily need him to win.
I agree,
But
Rachel.
if they don't need him, if he's not there, that means that it then becomes more of a contest, a longer
absolutely,
finals, and that they could or could not win.